So how's it going? We're back, boys. Cuts out the music while it's loading. So I had to play this game yesterday to get back up to this area.
Stay with me.
We're back here. We're not going to do the ending this time.
Why are you leaving? What's not to like here? If you go any further, I have no other choice, and you even less than me.
I'm just going to get right into it. I'm very tired right now, but...
Shun me and turn down all of this. You have no idea. I was your only hope.
Sure.
You have brought this upon yourself, stranger.
Alright. So yeah, we're just gonna get right into it. Get right into the fighting.
I'll make
See, I actually, when I redid all the bosses, I actually did pretty good. But I found that I had a bit of a problem with some of the bosses that I didn't have a problem with before. Specifically, I found the Time Lord like easier, but Bullman and Sewersman were actually a little bit harder for me.
You made me do this.
So I've also figured out how to charge my attacks when in melee mode. Okay. She killed me. So I do remember this fight kicking my ass.
You ruined it all. Look at you now.
Back when I originally played. I mean, 6 health bars. And the first one's already doing this to me.
Go back.
Okay. Yeah, I remember you can fall off this stage. I would get mad at that. Back when I originally played. See, I'm a little tired right now. I don't know how well I'll be able to do this, to be honest. I'll just...
Go back.
if I'll end up raging. What a god of a gamer. I was like, I wonder if I could parry that, and I did.
Why so stubborn?
Okay, it just completes the phase, okay.
There's no better outcome.
There's no close phase for that. I wonder if all our phases are like that. Or most of them at least. Okay. You can't have that move. It's a second boss fight move. Thanks for the free damage now that I know about that.
You made me do this to you.
Oh, that's different. Oh, stop it with this. Get out of here.
Go back. Who? What more could you
All right.
possibly ask of me?
Oh. Okay. Okay, this is a little wild. Wow.
Go back.
Oh. Okay, thanks for the free health. Give me a little bit of protection. Okay, and then just instantly hit me with that attack. No, don't do the stack again, please. Fuck. I was right at the end, too.
How hard could it have been? You ruined it all. Look at you now.
Do not like that attack, Sam. I am. Fuck, fucked it up.
You made me do this to you. I didn't want to hurt you, but I will.
Okay. Doubt. Ooh, thanks for the free health, and then instantly hit with attack. I've noticed that pattern. Stop this. Stop it. Yes! Oh!
How much I sacrificed to bring you this.
Okay, now I remember this. I remember the stage being larger. I was like, wow. Why is this such a small stage? I thought it was larger than that. I remember now. Not gonna be able to show you any of my cool charge powers that I learned now.
Stop this right now.
Oh, I remember this. I very distinctly remember this. Get your ass out of here. Oh. Oh, with the things between the platforms. No, really? Ah.
Your cell. Now all I can do is bring you back into it.
Okay. That was a little rude of you to do, game, but okay. Just instantly dropped 2 my health. Not a bad fighter.
You bring nothing but destruction.
Get your ass out of here. Okay. What? There we go, I can show my charge power now. So yeah, charge, if you Noticed how much damage I did there.
You're
Charge
hurting
attacks
me
basically just do so much.
You will stop at nothing.
Basically,
right?
if you have time to charge in one of those
Such a
phases.
waste.
Oh, okay. Like that.
Enough.
Teleport to those other islands? Yes, you can. See, Tada, I just did it. Okay. Yep, I knew she was instantly just gonna fucking smack me. Alright.
You bring nothing but destruction. Ha.
Charge it up. You also lose the charge when you get hit, so I just charged and then instantly lost it. Wow!
Way out of your cell. Now all I can
Hit me
do
with
is
all
bring
3
you
of those
back.
shots, huh? I can probably parry those shots. What are you doing?
A waste.
I'm gonna lose the fight already? Hey, I'm gonna need you to not ask questions. I'm not trying to be rude, but like I'm trying to focus. Okay. How many rounds is it? You notice in the top right, it shows how many. AJ, I'm trying to focus for like half a second. I'm not saying you can't ask me any questions. That's why I was trying to fucking focus, because if I died there, then I'm dead. But okay.
Don't give her the pleasure of victory.
In the top
I
right,
already see that self-satisfied smile of hers. You need to wipe that off her face.
in the top right,
I'll make you stay.
it shows how many faces there are. I wasn't trying to be rude, I was just trying to focus on the fight for a second.
You made me do this to you. I didn't want to hurt you, but I will.
Mm-hmm.
Why so stubborn? Just go
Okay.
back. There was no better outcome.
Good first phase, good first phase. So what do you mean how many rounds is it? What kind of question is that, AJ? Alright. Alright then.
Go back. What more could you possibly ask of me?
Alright. Last flight phase. Okay, you can't just do that though. Good job, yeah.
You made me do this to you. I didn't want to hurt you, but I will.
Alright. But I do want to hurt you. Okay. Every time with that attack instantly. Oh, do this attack for a second time, huh? Killer. Yes, okay.
You don't realize how much I sacrificed to bring you this.
Mm-hmm. So hopefully I can finish this today, and then I think I've decided what big game I'm going to play next. I'll be playing it this week. My classes have started back up again, but
You bring nothing but
I think
destruction.
I'll have enough time.
Stop this right now.
You can reflect that. Good to know you can just reflect the shots. We should charge up there, but should be fine.
Enough. You're hurting
All
me
right.
so much. You will
All right,
stop
back to where we're
now,
at.
Right? Such.
Okay, the sky's falling around me. Okay. Attack 6 times there? Alright.
It's your escape
Desperation
with so
time.
much suffering,
Okay.
So many deaths. I'm here to protect all that I believe in. You must listen to reason. There's no other way.
This gets harder as you wipe more of these out. So maybe I should have let that live till the end or something. Or until it's done some damage to some other ones? Yeah. Okay.
I curse you for making us go through this. You are so blind.
Not over yet, folks. There we go.
This will eat you up inside for the rest of your days.
Will it? Debate. That's the Sekiro move, dude. Over the head. See you later.
I did not expect that. Not from you. I think I saw you hesitate after the last fight. You, of all people. Why would you ever hesitate? It made me think. I like it. It gives me hope.
That's all you gotta say. I think this next world is Lore World. And after that might be Ore World. Yep, it's Lore World. Damn it. The cord is falling out now and I'm pissed off. Because this is new.
Well, I took care of this one. It was really tough. I'm no fighter like you, but I got my way. After the last jailers, I felt you deserved a little more from me. Call it my contribution to our escape. We're in this together. Now more than ever.
This might actually be the controller now.
All the jail
Because the
worlds
cord's
were
not
built
picking up the
from
problem.
here by a genius architect. A perfectly designed masterpiece of a prison. This impossible, impassable prison.
So you see that all the worlds are like
I
through
tried
portals
so
here.
many times to find some way out of here, but there wasn't one, except for you.
You get a little sneak peek of the rest of the worlds. That's the last one there.
If only I could have found a way out, without killing them, without freeing you. But I couldn't outsmart my greatest work.
Lore.
Slowly, that ancient animal part of my brain took over. The urge that made me fast when she was in danger, that kept me awake when she was sick. The architect gave up, and the father came up with a plan.
So it should be pretty obvious. Maybe not obvious, but should be able to put the pieces together.
I know what you're thinking. There's a thin line between love and madness. Time will tell.
So he's basically just revealed his motivations to us. He was the architect. He designed this
You
jail.
go ahead. I'll be with you in a moment.
And he wants to get out because he's a father, basically.
I like her. She's a lot
Okay.
like me. me.
So this, I remember being
She's
the worst
clever,
boss fight in the game.
and she has a plan. On a scale of 1 to 10, she's an 11, and she'd give herself a 12.
It's just Sniper World. This one I remember being fucking awful. So I guess Orboy's after Sniper. Is this Orboy than Snow? I mean, how's it going?
Opponent armed. Graphene composite saber. Automatic laser handgun. Range 200 meters. Capacity maximum. Heart rate 8 BPM.
8
Maximum
BPM.
speed 73 kilometers per hour. No structural damage. Analyzing DNA. Error. DNA unknown.
I don't remember this corridor. What happens in it?
Remember, for her it's all a game, but losing is not an option.
10 meters. 5 meters. 4. 3.
So I remember this being the worst boss fight.
One.
Not like worst assigned, but worst isn't takes the longest, even if you get good at it, it still takes a really long time.
Now you're
And like the
mine.
desperation attack's very bad from what I remember, like it's impossible. Or very hard at least.
Go get him, boys. This is not a drill.
So we have these drones here.
You can't see me, but I can see you.
Basically how you have to approach this fight is you gotta find where she's shooting from and go attack her. And also these drones are assholes. And she'll run away if you basically know where she is. Yeah, I remember not liking this fight particularly. Fuck off. Did you leave?
You can't see me, but I can see you.
There we go. Successfully engaged in combat.
I like the way you get me out of my comfort zone. At last, someone who doesn't disappoint. Let's play some more.
Drones. Oh, we got mine drones. They're not mine, they're mines.
9, 10. Ready or not, here I come.
She's down in the corner. It's me in the corner. the damage.
I like the way you take me out of my comfort zone.
Alright,
That was
these
a
two
really
done.
good try, but not quite good enough.
Drones. Stinky drones. Sticky drones out of here, dude.
You can fail. That's okay. It's the best you can do under the circumstances.
Really? Stupid fucking drones. I don't even know where she ran to. Just dodged every one of my shots.
You can fail. That's okay. It's the best you can do under the circumstances.
Okay. Just fall into the pit. Okay, 17 drones. Nice to meet you. Can you screw off? Why there's so many freaking drones? I am losing my mind. Remember why I hate this fight now? What am I doing wrong? This worked for the other two phases.
You can fail. That's okay. It's the best you can do under the circumstances.
There we go.
Keep your eyes on the prize.
She drew me into the center, okay. Cool.
Don't make it easy for me.
It hit me and dropped me into a pit, so it did a bunch of damage. Yeah, okay, fuck off. Like a challenge.
Target life decreasing. You can fail. That's okay. It's the best you can do under the circumstances.
Yeah, right into the pit. Draw me back to the center, fall right into the pit, yeah.
Keep your eyes on the prize.
You fucking sack of shit drone.
No one said we had to play fair.
Take away you. Take me out of my comfort zone. Okay. Halfway done.
Certainly live up to your reputation.
This invisible shit.
Come on, hit me with everything you've got.
Fuck off. All right. Yeah, who's laughing now? Alright.
Some relied on skill, some on luck. Fools, the lot of them.
Okay. Thing I can perfect parry. I got an achievement in the sewers fight for like perfect parrying a bunch.
Come on, hit me with everything you've got.
Oh, it's drone boys again. Yeah, just knock me down in the pit. Hey! Whatever the hell the disco effect on the floor is, I do not want to be there. Alright. Dude, he looks so cool when he's powered up.
Come on, hit me with everything you've got.
Alright. Desperation attack. I can't wait to lose all 3 of my health bars to this, because I remember it being just awful.
Let's take this to the next level.
Let's. Okay.
This is my moment. I prepared for it. You are not taking it away from me. fail. This is my game.
Okay, I made it past the first part. This is still an actual fight, though. Perfect parry, boss! I'm just letting her come to me. I'm not even gonna attempt attack. All you're doing is making me stronger. Goodbye, by the way. Okay. I thought I was gonna lose in that desperation attack. If it was any longer, I would have lost for sure. But I somehow powered through it.
That's enough. Assuming manual control.
That was sweet. You beat her at her own game. She was a cheater anyway.
Alright. That was pretty fast.
I wonder what she would have made of my plan. What chance of success she would have given it. But we are not the kind that rely on probabilities, eh? We rely on what's in here. We take our chances.
Alright, I remember this fight being fun as fuck. This is a fight that I definitely have fond memories of. Kinda because it's also the not the last, but kinda the last. Kinda the last. Although my cord's not slipping out of the controller anymore, so maybe I...
What would you do if you
maybe
had
it
an
was just acting
eternity
strange,
to do
I don't know.
nothing but wait? Do you keep busy? Do you daydream? Do you freak out?
Learning more lore.
He trained.
So we're learning the eternity and wait. So I have very fond memories of this fight. I am excited to do this one again. This is kind of one of the main reasons, was this fight here.
Nothing else matters to him but this fight with you. This will make his day, his life. Mastery of his art, fulfillment of his destiny, and all that nonsense. How can someone get so into something that nothing else matters? I tried so hard to stay and finish my work for years. But you know what I could never forget? Her laughter.
Learning character motivations of Mr. Rabbit. I just love the underlying story of this game and the fact that they didn't take this, well, at least so far. I mean, like I said, these guys are developing their second game and it looks to be something completely different. But so far it seems they haven't even, like, delved back into this universe, and I kind of like that. I kind of like this just being its own thing. You know, just a short game where it has its own lore associated with it, and etc., etc.
You sure took your time. I was concerned you wouldn't make it this far. This is a big day for me. I've been waiting a long time for this moment. Let me show you.
I don't know about that mouth movements there. That was a little strange. Alright.
Now I will.
So we're just
show
right
you
into the
what
thick
I've
of it.
learned. I want nothing but your very best.
As soon as he's hitting a little hard.
Come on, get back up. You can't give up now. Watch me.
But you notice we also kind of hit hard, so.
Let it out.
See, I'm gonna have to get the patterns down again, but this is trust me, this is a fun fight.
Watch me.
Okay, phase one done.
Nice.
Wow, that
It's
just
not an
instantly
art,
killed me.
it's your habit. We are what we repeatedly do.
Oh.
You have it in you. Let it out. I want to
There we
see
go.
you shine.
See, I'm gonna die a few times to this.
Excellence is
Now I will show you what I've learned. I want nothing but your very best.
Phase one and done. Trust me, we aren't to the very fun part of this fight yet. Just you wait.
You have it in you. Let it out. I want to see you shine.
Alright. Now I believe the crazy stuff starts.
You move well. You're reading me quite quickly.
Yep, or time.
Let's
Such a
see
good
how
fight.
predictable you think I am now.
So you notice we're limited to this boardwalk here.
It seems like we're fighting each other, but we both know we're fighting against ourselves.
I love how that's so ingrained in my memory that when he went back and like did a charge attack, I instantly knew what I had to do to counter it. Fuck.
Focus on the work at hand. Do I look unconquerable to you?
No. Yes!
Come on!
Oh, it didn't give me anything though for it. Do perfect parries really not matter for him? Really? I don't remember that. Oh. Alright.
He said it. Excellence is a habit.
Now I will show you what I've learned. I want nothing but your very best.
Okay. Just kill me. Alright. I have to sit up and focus because I'm sitting down for this.
Now I will show you what I've learned. Watch me. All right.
Alright.
Nice.
See how just like if you do it perfectly it goes so well, but if you do it incorrectly,
I want to see you shine.
the fight you just get decimated. That's what I like about it.
Watch me.
Fuck. I'm dead already.
Excellence is not an art, it's pure habit. We are what we repeatedly do.
Ugh.
Let it out.
Delayed overhead swing.
You have it in you. Let it out. I want to see you shine.
There we go. Okay. Back to Ore Boy phase.
You move well. You're reading me quite quickly.
We're stock down, but you know.
Let's see how predictable you think I am now. focus on the work at hand.
Motherfucker.
It seems like we're fighting each other, but we both know we're fighting against ourselves.
I'm not doing that.
Come on. Let it out.
Okay.
Nice.
Last phase.
You have more strength than you think. Try and stay with me through this.
I instantly knew what I had to do there. Okay.
Come on. Give me something memorable. Something I can learn from that will make me better. Focus.
I don't know, I think you're learning pretty well. Yep. Ugh.
He said it. Excellence is a
Whew. Okay, I need to get to that last phase with 3 stocks and not lose mine instantly. Okay, that phase I can actually do that.
I want nothing but your very best.
Although I don't think it actually helps me.
Come on.
I mean, I could still do it if I have
What
them
I've
at
learned.
2 bars. So I could get my 3rd bar back if I beat him, but
Nice one.
I just feel like it's faster to restart than wait for my character to get back up.
What I've learned. Watch me.
Alright, first phase done.
Nice. You have it in you. Let it out. I want to see you shine. Watch me.
Alright. Ore time, boys. We got 3 going into ore. First ore phase
Well,
isn't that bad. Just gotta parry well. Let's go worry about that last phase.
let's see how predictable you think I am now.
Fuck off with that.
focus on the work at hand. Come on.
Alright.
Nice.
Full 3. Just don't die instantly.
You have more
He
strength.
tosses 5 of these, I think.
Try and stay with me through this.
4, 5. Alright. Speedrunner achievement. Thank you very much. Whew. Just a satisfying boss fight. Think you can slice me with an aura, man? Come on. I do have to say, if I replay this game, it's definitely going to be on the harder game mode. Because the
Incredible.
game does feel a little bit easy.
What I just saw here, it was magical. And he was probably the toughest one in here. I could never have done this without you.
But he's not the last one. There's one more. And this kind of puts in perspective kind of the whole thing before the end of the game. This last Guardian. This last jailer. Because he was the strongest one. That was the, in my opinion, you know, the hardest boss fight. The one that requires the most skill, at least. I mean, it is the one that I failed the most, I think.
Ugh. Well, this is a warm
This
welcome.
is the final jailer, I guess you could say. It's kind of, like I said, puts things in perspective.
It's guardians like her that make me hate this place. Why did they let her join? How many were they prepared to sacrifice? Don't get me wrong, she's part of this. She's an overconfident, idealistic child who dreamed she could save the world. Let me be the last wave. I will stand when the rest have fallen. She's an amateur, short-sighted, plain stupid if you ask me. What a waste.
So I just kind of want to talk about the whole way this jail has been themed. It kind of started out with the crazies, and then slowly went into the people that were responsible for building the jail, and then, you know, the toughest fighters, the sniper and the oarman. And now we're here. You know, you're probably thinking, why would they put this person at the end? Are they the strongest? No. There's a reason in my headcanon, at least the way I interpret it, and I believe it's semi-correct. But I'll talk about it after we do the fight.
Don't be fooled by her. She's dangerous. If she was a pushover, she wouldn't be here. She's treacherous and she's fast. And there's something in there that is meant to stop you for good.
So, and obviously we know he, at this point we know the Bunny Man is the guy who built all this, so he knows a lot of the ins and outs, and he knows that he couldn't have escaped without us, so he enlisted our help to get out of here for what seems to be family reasons. We'll see that all come to head after this fight.
One last time. The jailer is the key. Kill her, and you will be free.
I love the way they build up to this fight with like the music and everything. And I'm kind of circle jerking this game, but I feel like it's appropriate to do because nobody really talks about this game, and I think it deserves talking about a little bit because to me it's very interesting. I feel like I should have gone through the game on Furier after I completed it the first time. After I got the ending, you can like change the Furier game mode basically, the harder game mode. But I decided not to. All right, so here's the final Guardian.
You're not what I was expecting.
All right.
To let you go out, that is a fate worse than death.
Oh, it actually killed me.
All of my people out
Luckily,
there
I'm already
are
up
counting
here,
on me.
so I don't think it makes me run through the gauntlet again. Yeah, the worst part about this is the turrets, of course, and me standing in the goop. I'm just gonna stand in the goop like that?
Go back. To let you go out, that is a fate worse than death. Who are you?
Alright.
Why are you here? Why are you doing this?
That was honestly a little monka-esque there. Am I really having this hard of a problem with this fight?
I wanted to be here. Where else would I be? Here is where I can make a difference.
I really just
Go
die?
back.
Am I really struggling with this fight? This is odd.
Yes, I am paying the price for my people's freedom, but it's worth it. I look at
Okay.
you and I don't understand. We're so alike.
Are we? Didn't remember that.
You are a monster.
Okay. And here it is. The final guardian.
You can't go out there. Don't you understand? If you our world withers and dies, you are the end. You are a monster. No.
Notice how she doesn't hurt us. So that fight, actually, I made it look a lot harder than it is. This fight is very notorious
Hold my hand.
in the community for being very easy. So the reason why I think she was placed at the end is
My
because
friend, it's been hard, I know. But she was the last.
she was young and they didn't want her to essentially die.
Finally, going through that door. It's everything we have been fighting for.
They wanted to leave her at the end essentially as a...
You are not who you were when you first landed out there.
Well,
We all have choices to make. We all have to decide what's worth fighting for.
she wasn't put there so much as the last line of defense for, you know, her abilities. She was put there kind of as a... We needed a 10th, and she volunteered. And she is, you know, useful to an extent, but we don't want her to throw her life away, essentially, on the earlier floors. So we're putting her at the end in hopes that he never gets to her, essentially. That's my headcanon. But anyway, that was the final boss. And it plays the best song because it knows. And, yeah, we're free. But you'll notice... And now right now we can't press A to have it automatically go to where we want, to where we need to go, essentially, so we have to walk our own path and just kind of notice what's happening. So yeah, we're just, killing the ground around us. So that's Fury. By the Game Bakers, who are making their second game right now. I'm gonna check it out, even if I can't really play it by myself. I'm gonna at least keep my eye on it, because I'm just so impressed by this game and its subtle storytelling and how it just kind of does stuff the way it wants. So that's where we're gonna go in a bit, but we got over here first. Over here for some lore reasons, but yeah, so everything's just getting destroyed by us. You'll notice a path of destruction in our way. So we're obviously being kept in there for a reason. And there's still more lore to be divulged, of course, so we're not quite done yet, but yeah, that's pretty much Fury. So we have this little household over here. I don't exactly remember where I have to go for the extra lore. I know there's another thing I can do before I leave. Yeah. A lot easier than I remember. Probably because I've gotten better at quick reactions and such. If I ever replay this, it's probably going to be inferior. And I think I am going to leave it into a replay possibility. It's getting darker. Oh wait, I guess it automatically cuts to the lore then? Maybe? Or I missed it. Made in Unity. It's a Unity game. Good old banger Unity. It's a European company too. No memes allowed. I don't know why it cuts out so early. There's still a little bit of credits left. I thought it was gonna end after the Unity logo, but well, I guess I wanted the special thanks to be special. Oh look, they're thanking, you know, Inafune, Kojima, Miyazaki, Kamiya Mikami, Platinum Games, Takeda Grasshopper Manufacturers, and Treasure Co. And to you for playing Fury to the end. Haha. No problem, the game bakers. Looking forward to your future projects. Okay. Oh, it's gonna let us run around now. Okay. So notice we're just decimating everything. Here it is. I think the lore is over here. Probably cuts out just so we can't, to make it so that we can't get to here in time. Essentially, while the credits are still rolling. That's where we're gonna go. Eventually. So yeah, we're just decimating the world as we go across it. Here's some little extra lore to leave us off on.
So now you know. Maybe you think I'm insane, or maybe you understand. You were my only chance. I hoped it would change you. I think it did. It doesn't really matter. What does matter is what you are going to do.
So, basically the gist of it is, the Guardians are locked up there for life. And he was, you know, the architect, the whole designer of the whole thing, and the only way for him to get out and get back to his daughter was to use us. So, yeah, that's the reasoning. So, we have an option here. I did not beat this when I first played it. I left instead of beating it. we have an option here. much like the earlier ending, we have a choice of different endings here.
Acquiring rider. Resuming flight plan.
Yep. We're flying into space now, boys. Now what we are is about to become pretty clear. So there's the jail that we just fought through. And ooh, what's this? So we did get the credits there for a reason. And that's because we can just quit. Call it kaputs. But I think we should do one last send-off. Notice there are other versions of me in there. I don't know why they all have to be handsome-looking samurai men, but so we're not a human at all. Some kind of manufactured thing. Well, maybe we could be humans. I don't know. We're definitely manufactured. Some music, though. Well, so like I said, we can just leave it off here.
Welcome back, Ryder. Let's see your report on your target planet. Uploading planet report. Results inconclusive. Proceed with manual confirmation. Confirm planet assimilation.
So, now it's made all clear why we're here. We were here to assimilate the planet. But I think we're gonna go against the assimilation. At least attempt it a couple times.
Ryder, deactivate your firearms. Ryder malfunction. Activating security systems. Proceed with Ryder neutralization.
Alright, so I never beat this boss fight when I originally played.
Ryder, you have changed. Why is that?
so we can kill these little boys off to the side. But the hands are where the health of the machine
During
is.
your last mission. I can't let it happen again.
You can see I'm very good at this. Very good at this. You also see there's no health pickups. I forgot about the laser.
Ryder,
Ride or die. Bitch. Alright, phase one passed.
we have always been here for you. Why all this?
We've always been here for you.
Your mission was critical. Our survival depended on it. You had to confirm the planet was fit for a simulation. But you got caught. And now this.
Alright, you know what? I think I'm gonna just try to ignore the boys as best I can. That's the best strategy for this right now. Alright.
What will you gain by fighting us?
Not doing bad.
You think they will welcome you? They will have no idea of what you did. They don't even know we exist. They said you corrupted their world, but they corrupted you.
Okay. Not sure if I like this laser shell. Oh, so it can only damage the front hands. Gotcha. Too many freaking lasers.
For them, you will remain a stranger, a danger.
Stranger danger? No. I was at the end of it too. Yes. Oh, wow. Alright. Two faces left. Two more arms. And then onto the head, I assume. Should have aimed for the head, etc., etc.
Traits I have never seen in any of us. Selfishness. Arrogance.
Alright. Maybe just try to live through this part for now. Maybe don't get hit by literally everything.
A rider cannot put his interest before ours.
Ugh. Ryder.
This is between you and your conscience. You know who should win this fight. What matters?
I'll get more to say to me.
Changed. Why is that? What happened during your last mission? I can't let it happen again.
Okay. Just run right into the laser.
Rider. Rider, we have always been here for you. Why?
We have always been here for you.
Your mission was critical. Our survival depended on it. You had to confirm the planet was fit for a simulation. But you got caught. And now this.
Alright.
What will you gain by fighting us? You think they will welcome you?
They do not even know we exist.
They will have no idea of what you did. They don't even know we exist. They said you corrupted their world, but they corrupted you.
Ugh, the lasers, dude. Yes! Just in time. It's not so much that I would have died, but it was, I would have had to start the phase over.
You have traits I have never seen in any of us. Selfishness. Arrogance. A rider cannot put his interest before ours.
No! Oh, fuck.
You left a conqueror and came back a traitor.
Alright. Final phase.
You destroy
I don't remember this at all.
This world that is not yours.
Yep.
I am disappointed in you, Ryder.
I definitely remember this attack killing me a bunch, but I don't remember how it went. Or if we can even attack. Just to reflect these back, maybe? Oh no, those just explode. The one in the middle disappeared. Oh,
How can you be so defective?
that's just rude to say. What the fuck am I supposed to do here?
What a disappointment.
What the fuck am I supposed to do there? Here I understand I just gotta dodge for a bit. There, that just felt like there was nowhere to go. I believe that's also that other part was also part of the desperation attack. At least I think so.
How can you be so defective?
I don't know.
You are a traitor.
Maybe true. Okay. to learn how to do that one.
What a disappointment.
That's what I'm saying. Because I don't want to do this fight again. Okay. Figured out the second part of it. Just gotta figure out the third part of it. And we're Gucci.
How can you be so defective?
I don't know. You raised me, Mom. Once you get off rhythm with this, it just feels like there's no fucking way to recover.
You are a traitor.
Maybe. Debate.
You leave us no choice, Ryder. We will annihilate you.
It's the first jailer, dude? No! I just let it hit me, dude. Ugh. That was it, wasn't it?
I am disappointed in you, Ryder.
This is between you.
That was it, wasn't it? That had to have been it.
Ryder, you have changed. Why is that?
I don't know, Mom. Sure, I'm the one that's changed. Yeah,
What
I'm
happened
pretty sure I'm
during
the
your
one that's
last
changed.
mission?
I...
Ryder, we have always been here for you. Why all this? Your mission was critical. Our survival depended on it.
Alright.
What will you gain
First
by
two
fighting
phases
us?
are fairly
You
easy.
think they will welcome you?
These phases, I get by the skin of my
No
teeth.
idea of what you did. They don't even know we exist. They said you corrupted their world, but they corrupted you. For them, you will remain a stranger, a danger.
That's what they call me. God, I love Tuhu. Okay.
Why is there
Actually did pretty good on that phase.
more than ours?
This phase I'm a little worried about.
You have traits I have never seen in any of us. Selfishness, arrogance. A rider cannot put his interest before ours.
Ugh, it's that part that gets me. They're both punching up. Also this part, if I learned how to dodge. Fuck this.
You left a conqueror and came back a traitor.
Alright, figured it out. Figured out the short laser bursts.
Will you destroy us to save this world that is not
Alright,
yours?
back on the final phase. Only 2 bars, but
I am disappointed in you.
you only need 1. Okay. This part's easy. To do that 'cause I'm an idiot.
How can you be so defective?
This one gets a little iffy.
You are a traitor.
Okay. Okay.
You leave us no choice.
Okay, okay. Only took 4.
We will annihilate you.
That doesn't work. Laser does not work on the small bullets. Okay. Just don't get hit more than twice. Deep breaths. Wow, would you look at that? I beat it.
I have saved them this time. But who will protect them
Knee again?
That's the worst illusion. Believing you can have a lasting impact.
Say, I ended up just looking up the ending for this originally. And we've done it. See, look how happy he is that we didn't betray them and destroy the world. And we get the cool-ass music, too. Clear time S? I got a what a thrill achievement? Hold on. Hold on. What is that achievement? That better not be a Snake Eater reference. Get an A rank in Fury difficulty. Okay. They get an overall A rank. Because I got 41 KOs, unfortunately. Died a little bit too much. Ending Rebellion. So the other ending, if we had assimilated the planet, fire would have rained down and then he would have hugged his child as they all died. But he had faith that we were going to be a good boy, and we were.
The jailer is the key. Kill him, and you'll be free.
So, there's one more thing I want to do before we're done here. There's a DLC called One More Fight. I've never seen this boss before. This is a $5 DLC.
I survived you already. I will survive again.
Oh my god. See, I don't know what this fight's about, but I just know it's a DLC. I've never done it before. I don't know if I'm gonna do it.
Last time I wasn't prepared. Now I am.
I don't know who this is. But I think, at least what I saw was that this was originally planned to be a boss in the game, but then they scrapped it for whatever reason. Maybe because it's too hard. I think that's what I saw. I'd be wrong. I thought I heard some knocking, but I don't think it's true. Okay. Oh.
Not this time.
I think yes this time. Spider-Man. No idea what the hell that is. Perfect parries, dude. Oh. Alright. It's an interesting fight. It's been 3 minutes already. I should have the timer in like normal fights. I'm thinking about this. Oh. Lord.
This time you go down.
Okay. Don't like that.
Our last fight changed me. I'm a better version of myself now.
Should have blocked it that time, but I'm a dingus. So it's easy enough.
Not this time.
Again. With me just willingly getting hit by that. Okay. Oh.
Fight changed me. I'm a better version of myself today.
I did it again. Taking free hits for no reason.
This time you go down.
Hate this attack. There we go. That's what I call music. Yeah, no. Cut that shit out.
A blast from the past. But you broke him down already. He's history.
Who is
I
this?
survived you already. I will survive again.
Whomst- Oh, is this supposed to be the first Jailwick? Maybe?
Last time I wasn't prepared. Now I am.
Okay. Gun show. Guess he just lets me shoot him. Okay. Excuse me? Excuse me, game? Excuse me?
Our last fight changed.
Did you see that? Did you see what happened there?
A better version of
I blocked and the game was like, nah.
I'm ready.
Yes, yes, you're ready. Okay. Didn't mean to dash forward there, but okay. Last time you were what? Oh, I didn't realize there's purple spheres coming at me in this as well. What'd you say about me earlier? Big old laser face. Okay. Don't know how I got knocked back that direction. Ugh.
Last time I wasn't prepared. Now I am.
As I instantly perfect parry. Took me a minute longer this time, but hey. We're getting it done. Back onto this phase, the fun phase. Yeah! Remember when you lambasted yourself for getting hit like 27 times by that same attack? That. More of that attack, please. Less of this attack. Just figured it out. Again with this.
Not this time.
Alright. Phase 3 done. We're on the second half, ladies and gents. Is he ripping his arm off? meant to dodge that, but just kind of took it to the face.
I will annihilate you. You will never have existed.
Oh my lord. So this shit again.
It ends here. Now.
Debate. Okay. Maybe it does.
This is mine.
Did you what? I don't like that one.
You took everything from my people. From me.
I think you might have the wrong guy, dude. I don't remember any of that. Can you fuck off with that attack? Get up.
You have no soul.
Hmm. Oh, I haven't seen that one.
It ends here. Now.
There we go. Okay, desperation phase. Let's see what it is.
For Eden, for demons, for the ones who fell.
Okay. Fuck me.
For them. Hello, for all the ones you killed.
Wow.
A
Wow.
blast from the past. But you broke him down already.
Ah. Alright. Give it another couple attempts. Okay, yeah. I love it when I block literally nothing.
Last time I wasn't. Now I am.
Really? Thanks for giving me health back, man. I was worrying there for a bit. Alright. Making good progress. This guy likes to do things in threes. Okay. Just dash into the fucking laser. Alright, this phase I'm a little worried about. I was thinking about this last phase too. I was like, make sure you block that attack. You go down. So I'm angry because I saw it coming but couldn't block it that time. Excuse me? Microsoft thought I was bringing up their home menu. No, I was not. Fuck off. Damn. Found a way to cheese it. I rip off your arm. This phase I'm not too worried about. It's the next phase and then the last phase. His desperation didn't seem too bad. Really, Microsoft? Can you fucking piss off? Microsoft really just bothering me today, huh?
This time you go down.
This time you go down.
I will annihilate you. You will never have existed.
Alright. It's this phase I'm a bit worried about. Just because of this shit. Yep. Yet again, just aiming for something completely opposite of what I should be aiming for.
This is my vengeance. It ends here, now.
Debate. Whew. That was the attack that I was wary of, but now that I've survived it, easy pickings. Alright, final stage. Hasn't been too bad of a boss fight.
For Seth, for Eden, for demons, for the ones who fell.
Thanks. Alright. Just instantly knocked me out.
Hatred will never die. Hello for all the ones you killed.
Alright. Come on now. Alright. Hey, not that bad. Under 10 minutes. Rank B.
The jailer has the key. Kill him.
You have unlocked a mysterious power. He's waiting for you in Fury difficulty under the One More Fight menu. Excuse me? Oh no. It's a secret boss. Something tells me this person's gonna be fucking impossible. Oh my god, look at his fucking health. I think this was the one that was like a boss in planning, but they scrapped it. Wow. Okay. We get it, Bernard. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be beating Bernard here, but I would like to just goof around with him a little bit. Bernard. Alright. Come on, Bernard. It's gonna give it to me harder than that. Alright, well. Alright. Yeah. Some cool animations here. That's like slicing through him and then coming back down. This and slices up and does a spin and then slashes him on the way down. Looks cool as fuck. Ah, that attack. I do not like it.
Don't
Yeah, I
give
think,
up. Keep trying. You write your own story.
nah, I think I'm gonna give up. I don't think Bernard's for me.
Kill him, and you'll be free.
So yeah, that's Fury. I think that's gonna be it for now. Maybe sometime in the far future, I'll come back and play Furier mode and get angry. But that was Fury. I did the one more fight DLC. At least the, you know, the normal one. Let me look up real quick. I think there's a wiki for Fury. Fury bosses. Fury wiki. Yep. It's a bonus boss. Chronologically, he is the 10th boss of the game, fought directly before the star. Oh, so he's just another random person from the past. Okay. So one more thing I wanted to do before I am done with the Fury stream. Oops, that's not where I want to be. Anyway. Where did it stop capturing? Anyway, before we go, I wanted to take a little look at something. Fury is an Stop, shut up. Wait till I get you on the screen. Okay. Let me take this out. Studio mode? Thank you. Studio mode. I don't know if it's actually showing up on the stream. Hold on, let me... Damn, it's out in my fucking room. No, it's showing up black on the screen. Okay. That's not what I wanted. Go back to OBS. Let me create a new capture called YouTube Vids, just in case I want to watch some YouTube vids in the future. Alright, now we gotta go. That's not what I want to do. We gotta go. It's almost. Just a little bit cut there. I think that's it. Should be good. Okay. Transition. So now you should see it. Exit studio mode. Thank you. I screwed this up. Wait. extend anymore? No. Okay. Good.
Fury is an interesting game, combining a twin...
So this is my review of Fury from back in 2016. Hold on, let me go. Hold on. Just turn on the AC so it's so goddamn hot in my room. Okay, so let's watch this. Let's see how well I kind of gave a review here, you know? Let's see how well I did it.
Stick shooter with sword fighting and having only boss battles certainly solidifies that. And all I can say is it does a great job at fusing them. And just heads up, I'm not going to be holding back any spoilers in this review, but I'm not going to purposely spoil a bunch of stuff. You have been warned. When it comes to combat, this game makes it feel satisfying. At first you're given a few optional tutorials and placed into the first boss fight. In that first fight, you learn the basics of combat and not really much more, but with each boss fight thereafter, you start to learn more and more how to do just about everything.
You can tell
better.
it's like totally
Some people
scripted.
would say, well, obviously, that's how games are supposed to work.
Yeah, obviously.
Duh, but some games are pretty crappy in that department. Luckily,
Crappy.
Fury manages to balance
We're a loser.
with a pretty decent learning curve to
We're a
make it
loser,
an
this guy
enjoyable
is.
experience. When you get a hang of
Ha ha ha,
combat
that's
at
my-
further bosses, it really makes you appreciate how tightly it was designed.
You know, it's true.
The combat has
Designed
multiple
very tightly.
stages. The first of them being the twin stick shooter stage, where you usually dodge projectiles and shoot back with a little bit of swordplay mixed in. The other major stage in the combat is the up-close sword fighting. The sword fighting takes a bit to get used to, but when you do get used to it, it feels so good to perfectly parry attacks and punish the bosses for it. Both main stages that you fight in have their basic moves and their more advanced moves, making the game able to be beaten by beginners, while also making advanced players able to show off their skills. Speaking of combat, each boss has multiple combat stages, separated by health bars. Each one of these stages has different movesets for the boss, making it easier to memorize their patterns. All bosses also have a final all-out phase when they've dropped down to their last health
I
bar.
mean, you're not wrong.
This is a really cool concept, and it's a lot of fun to survive in an all-out power surge, but in a few fights, it can be angering to survive a tough fight or blow through an easy one, only to be instantly wiped in a few seconds.
I mean, you got a point, but...
A good example of this is the 7th boss, who at first
See, I told you I had
was a
problems
boss
with this.
that felt hard, but also beatable. Getting to her final phase felt challenging and a bit rewarding, but that final phase, for someone as skilled as me, destroyed me
What are
time
you
and
trying
time
to say?
again. I died so many times
Someone
on the
as
final
skilled
phase,
as
this
me.
led to me learning all the other phases so well that by the time I beat her, it was as if I was speedrunning the rest of the fight. I mean, sure, it does give you some sense of accomplishment when you finally beat it, but it's really frustrating to go through that fight so many times. Now that I've talked about the boss's combat sides, allow me to talk about their more story-orientated sides.
Oh,
This
okay.
game takes no effort to hide the fact that you're the bad guy, and apparently not a very good one since you've been captured and put in jail. Luckily, a magical rabbit man appears and helps you, in exchange that you fight to get
That
you
he
and him
does.
both out. And so the game is revealed to be a good old-fashioned jailbreak with 10 very dangerous jailers. Basically, you were put in jail because you pose a threat to the outside world, and 10 brave souls offered to be the wall between you and that outside world. Each of the jailers has their own methods to try and stop you, their own thoughts on what's best to do, their own reasons for fighting for the outside world, and the game makes a good job of making that apparent. The writing in this game makes lots of subtle and not so subtle references to the motivations of each of these characters, and the best part of it is for the most part it feels natural. You feel like you're actually taking part in this world, fighting its inhabitants to the death while they all try to protect the world outside. It does a really good job of immersing you in this world and making it feel like you're really changing it. This is shown especially in the end when you're walking around the free world and the ground itself is corrupting and burning away as you walk over it, showing how much of a threat you really are. The world around you as you go through this jail is actually surprisingly beautiful. Each boss has their own world associated with them, and for the most part, they look really good. Each world has vibrant colors combined with good-looking backgrounds that makes the game have a layer of artistry. That being said,
Artistry,
exploring these
eh?
worlds is minimal and often offers nothing at best. While there
So
are a few
artsy-fartsy.
secrets, as I hesitate to call them, it's mostly just a boring linear walk to the next boss fight, while Rabbit Man tells you said boss's personality traits. There is literally a button that you can press that lets you put the remote down and watch as the character walks himself to the next boss.
Yeah, well,
I don't know about you, but that's not very gamey to me.
you're right, past self.
Overall, this game is a really fun but challenging game, having a really good learning curve that, for the most part, manages to make this game a really fun ride. If only there was something to do between the bosses other than literally press a button and watch your character walk really slow, then this would honestly be an even better game. Still, this game manages to be a memorable experience, and one that I would proudly recommend to anyone who likes a bit of challenge in their games.
Yeah, it was pretty
Hey
good.
guys, Piggalo here.
Oh, shut up. That was honestly pretty good. It wasn't that bad. You could tell it was like hard scripted, but it wasn't that bad. Now there was.
And let me kind of explain what my plan.
I know there was another review. Not that. I have to upload some stuff, but I had 3 reviews. Now one of them is just fucking awful. Oh, look at these saved playlists. I'm trying to look for my reviews. I don't see them. I know they were in a playlist. Maybe on my front page I got them. I do. So yeah, this is just me rambling for 22 minutes. 23 minutes. This, though, I remember being kind of good as well.
ReCore is an interesting game. Well, not really. In fact, it's...
Okay. Just starting out strong, eh, buddy? Immediately
quite
referencing
forgettable.
my last review in this one. Okay.
But it does have a pretty interesting gimmick where you rip out the cores of robots to power up your own robot's cores, hence the name ReCore. But we'll get more to that in a sec. First, let's start out with the story and atmosphere.
I really don't remember much about
The
this.
story is that Earth is dead, and now the human race
I just
is trying
remembered
to
that this
terraform
existed.
new planet so that they can live on it. Most of humanity is up in space waiting for the terraforming to complete, while a few humans are sent down to the planet in cryosleep to make sure that nothing goes wrong, along with hundreds of automated robots. Well, stuff obviously goes wrong, or else we wouldn't have this game. You play as Jewel, daughter of one of the scientists from Earth who invented the robots and terraforming stuff. Now, this may sound really interesting, but it's not. At the beginning of the
I
game,
don't know about that
it's
design
mostly
decision.
uninteresting, and by the time the
Get
story
close to the
finally feels like
microphone.
it's trying to pick up some traction, it's towards the end already. We finally start to see the reasoning of the villain and why this whole situation is happening, and then it's over. It's almost like the game was cut off halfway, and this is only supported by what happens in the gameplay,
hello.
which
Pop
I'll
filter?
explain in a little bit. The gameplay is a hybrid of collectathon games and third-person shooter games. You have to collect these magic rainbow cores to continue on, and they serve a similar purpose to Jiggies in Banjo-Kazooie or Stars in Super Mario 64. You have to collect a certain amount of them to continue, and they often involve getting to these mini-dungeons and completing platforming or fighting challenges. The platforming side of the gameplay is pretty fun, and polished enough so that most of the time it doesn't feel like you've been cheaped out while you die. I say most of the time because in the final stretch of the game there are some hard platforming challenges, and sometimes you'll hit something that doesn't actually exist, but that was mostly the only problem with it. You also have a double jump and a dash, which you have since the beginning of the game and never really get any upgrades for. There's only really one thing you get in the game that changes the platforming a bit, and that's one of the robots that you get that lets you climb certain walls, but that's it for the whole game. So you'll learn the platforming pretty easy. As for the
I don't know
other
why I'm
type of
shit-talking
gameplay, the
myself.
combat, it has its ups and downs. The combat is color-coded,
Tell me about it.
meaning if their color is red, hit them with red bullets, and this goes for all 3 primary colors, so red, yellow, and blue. The enemy's color can also be a combination of these colors, like orange, green, purple, and these take damage from the colors that combine to make them. You can do damage to enemies without attacking with the red color, but it is considerably less. So if you're in 3rd grade and know how to use colors, the combat shouldn't be that bad.
Wow,
That being
what
said,
a joke.
the combat can get really fucky.
Oh, tell me
So
about
you
it.
know when people are like, shows and games don't realistically depict fighting
What is
because
this
our
voice?
enemies would attack at once in real life.
What
Well,
is
this
that
game won't
voice?
disappoint you
Why did
because
I
while
think
you're
that was
fighting
a-
1 or 2 enemies, another 3 will show up behind you and use all their most powerful abilities, stunlocking you because you have
I
practically no
understood what I
invincibility
said, but
frames and
what
killing
was
you
that
almost
voice?
instantly. So yeah, that part of the combat makes me a little angry because fighting 1 enemy is fairly easy, as it should be, but fighting more than 1 can either be easiest thing you've ever fought or completely bumfuck impossible, depending on if their attacks line up to stunlock you just right. Now that all the other gameplay stuff has been talked about, take a journey with me, if you will. A journey
Okay.
to a place called
Oh, I
the
like
End
this.
Game.
I like this
the End
segment.
Game is a scary place filled with bullshit cheapness meant to extend the game's content for a
Pop
few
filter,
extra
by the way.
hours. And no, I don't actually mean the actual endgame content. In fact, most of the final little platforming and fighting challenges are fun, challenging, and befitting of an endgame difficulty.
Oh, I remember
I'm
this.
talking about how stupid it is to unlock
Yeah.
these said levels. So, getting to the final boss, you have to have 20 magical MacGuffins, and you're allowed entry to the not-so-final final boss. After defeating him, you get access to the actual endgame platforming and fighting challenges.
The game had
the
like
actual
stars,
final
like
boss
Mario
afterwards.
Power Stars,
And no, this isn't post-game content. The game
like
makes
Mario
that very
Power
clear.
Stars or whatever.
Now, to get to the first level of these challenges,
And you had to have enough of them to
25
unlock the
MacGuffins.
final
And after you
bosses and
get
shit
through
like
that
that.
level, to get to the second level, you need 30 MacGuffins. This continues like this until you get to the final
Nice,
boss.
you
need
see
either
him hitting the
45 or
ramp?
50. I don't remember
Because you
exactly.
can't slide up
I
it.
should mention I only had about 20 to 25 jiggies when I got to this point, and I had done a little more than just the main story stuff. This means that if you did only the
So I
main
even just called
story
them
stuff, you
jiggies.
had a lot of unnecessary hunting to do to get to the end. I guarantee if you could look at the game statistics for how long players played, it would show that a bunch of players dropped off at this point. Anyways, collecting all the stars that you need does make you explore this
Call them
land
stars?
as a
Oh,
whole,
yeah,
seeing
do
the
that. I get the joke.
design stuff other than just
Funny
wide open
joke,
desert.
streamer.
Side note, I don't actually think I mentioned how boring the wide open world is, but it is. Would have been nice if the robots could have waited a few more 100 years for this revolution, so
Just
the
a
world
big
could have
old
been, I don't
desert.
know, a bit more lush. Side note, why the fuck do these robots even have personalities? Is that really needed to build and maintain in the future? Because all builders and maintenance men I know don't really have personalities. Hey yo.
Okay.
Just kidding, but really, do these robots?
Did I have
really
to
have
heyo after that?
Let's be honest.
Like, it was an
Anyways,
okay
back to the
joke.
main
Did you
point.
have to heyo?
This game gets boring, and it only becomes apparent when you're forced to extend your playtime thanks to this bullshit endgame crap. That being said, this game is fun while it lasts and has a lot of cool aspects to it, but instead of capitalizing on those cool aspects, it decides to suffer through its less desirable but easy to design parts. And I didn't even mention leveling up your robots. Oh boy, is it terrible. You gotta raise 1 of 3 stats at a time on 1 of 3 robots, but
Footage here is sped up. By how much, you idiot? How much is it sped up by?
holding down the button and waiting for a meter of color-coded experience to fill up, causing you
I
to
do
do
remember
9
this being
times
garbage,
each
though.
time you come back to the home base, which is fucking dumb. You also have to find upgrades and armor for your bots in the outside world, then build them using parts. You also have to find...
Yeah, I remember this game. It was like a
needlessly
strange
collectathon,
collectathon.
almost to Donkey Kong 64 levels. Not
It
to add
felt
the
like a
loading times from
collectathon,
one
but
place
was
place
trying to
are
be like a
pretty abysmal,
third-person shooter.
Even though they said they fixed it, P.S. they lied. Anyways, I went off on a bit of a tangent there, so let me wrap this up with this. The game is decent, but it has some flaws that hold it back. I recommend this game to people who like platformers, collectathons, and third-person shooters, and pretty much no one else. I like all these types of genres, so this game tickled
not
my
a lie.
fancy in a way, but also it's easier for me to pick out the shitty things of it since I've played these types of games a lot. So if you feel like this review revealed to you that this game is your type of game, then buy it and enjoy it. And if not, then don't. Simple as that.
You know what? No truer words have been said, my man.
Thanks for watching, blah blah. Tell me about how dumb I am in the comments, like or dislike. It doesn't really matter that much at this point because I have no subs and they both raise my interaction rates. So feel free to press
Not wrong.
whichever of those dumb thumb buttons jostles your gooch the right way. If for some reason you're a weirdo who watches my channel
Excuse
stuff,
me?
look forward to more stuff later this month and in the future, and feel free to check out my past stuff. Hopefully, I'll
What
see
did
you
I...
later.
What?
Press whichever
Can I
of
go
those
back?
dumb thumb buttons much at this point because I have no subs and they both raise my interaction rates. So feel free to press whichever of those dumb thumb buttons jostles your gooch the right way. Anyways, if for some reason...
Oh, that's good. I gotta use that one in the future. Anyway, that's gonna be it for me. It's over. It's over. It's over. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna be working more on some YouTube projects. Hee hee. I've gotten some inspiration to do some YouTube stuff, so hopefully I can do that. And I'll be back streaming the next big game I have planned. I got it all downloaded. I got it ready, raring to go. Just had to finish Fury beforehand because it is another game that uses a controller and has fighting. So I didn't want to confuse my Fury gameplay with whatever's coming up next. So I wanted to finish it, and we did. I feel confident. I did the special boss. I did the DLC boss. I didn't do the special DLC boss. Fuck that. But it was fun. Thank you so much for watching. And I will see you maybe tomorrow. Yuck.